received this email after my previous video, user consent for AI apps. So I reckon these two are pretty much related, right? Or perhaps they are not. So this permission to click for services. Yeah, I didn't click for services. So I will do that. So what I did is I went into my Google account and I revoked the previous settings. I hope that sort of helps. So I'm just going to run through the entire process again, right? So here we have the sheets. There are two APIs. There are Google Drive and Google Sheets. So I think I will do that first. So first, I think this is the authentication, right? Hopefully it works. Yeah. Because it's the test amount. So in this screen, like you will see certain Google accounts that are related to me. And then before using this app, you can review OpenAI, blah, blah, blah. And then this is basically my my app's privacy policy and terms of service, right? So people know that when they are going through this, they are sort of signing in. Google hasn't verified this app, blah, blah, blah. That's Treasury Wellness Inc. Google Group varies when you shouldn't use it if you're a developer, blah, blah, blah. And then advanced. So I'll go to openai.com because I'm now at the custom GPT site. Then here, I think, so see, I think this is the supposedly Google Sheet thing. So no, so I'm not sure why it's not so safe. So and then when I click on the privacy policy, it's still the same, right? And then here I have my section, which I have as per discussion is already there, right? We have this disclosure. One moment, just scrolling down. So yeah, compliance with Google's API service. So users can see this if they take a look, So here, and then terms of service is also the same as well. It goes to my Strongineering web page. Right here, I will see edit, click, and edit, delete, then Google Sheet. So here, when I guess this is off, right? All off. Then it will go back to my testing screen, right? And then the thing is that when I try to do some testing, click on test, then there is a test tab here, but there is just not visible in the half screen size. So create get spreadsheet, whatever, some random spreadsheet. Yeah. So it does call the API and it succeeds. So I recon my OAuth for that account has been given the permission to do the sheet side. And then now I will do the Google Drive. Here I can see the tab, the test, find spreadsheet. Here there is also the privacy policy link, right? So here I guess I have to do another OAuth somehow. And here when you click, you see the OAuth screen, then you click on privacy policy, you go to the right one, right? Because right now I'm still in the the previous one was Google Sheet, and then now it's the Google Drive. So you will see this screen, and then blah blah blah. You may be sharing insensitive info. See, edit, create, delete file. Then it's privacy policy. It goes here, right? So I will say okay, right? So I guess that somehow OAuth is completed, right? So the OAuth is usually set up, then a bit with the keys. So I will do this test, and then it should fetch some random any document that I have in the drive, find spreadsheet. No, it's a spreadsheet only. Yeah. So it works good. Yeah. So now it picks up the random, not the random, proper workout, because my previous custom GPT name should be this. Only now I changed to the Strongineering, right? So this is how it works, right? So I'm not sure like user consent for AI apps here, because that's the entire process. And I think I mentioned before that this is like beyond the design, the buttons, the process is all beyond my control, right? I mean, I'm trying my best to comply to the the rules and regulations of the both big companies, right? So the interface, how it works, all these are not determined by me, right? I I'm just doing my best to comply, right? And then here it provides a demonstration of how your application acquires explicit user consent to share data with third-party tools and platforms. So because we are calling the API from the custom GPT and it somehow calls Google API, which I think uses my project link, right? The project link. It is considered they are sharing data. I'm not sure it's with me or the OpenAI, right? Because anyway, this is from the Chat GPT, which is an OpenAI application. So is I have to understand, right? The users are going to consent that they will share data with the third-party tools when they are actually using it itself. So I'm not sure how I can comprehend this, but I'm just doing my best, and this is whatever that I can do at my side, right? So if I can't go through this process because there is something additional that needs to be done in this screen, then I think there is also the same for many other developers, right? So I don't know how the standard process is working, but I'm just following the process that is standardized by OpenAI and Google, right? But let's see. So now it goes to my app, right? My app, that sort of thing. So this is the login screen, and then I have the sign in, right? So I think here you also ask for permissions page, which was using my app, right? So here I will click. This is a simulator, by the way. So it will click, and then I will see Google choose account. The Google will share your name, email address, language preference, profile picture with Strongineering. Before using this, you can review Strongineering's privacy policy, which comes up. Yeah, and then I'll click. Oh, now that there's a see 4 services, right? I'm going to click for the 4 services. Great, now I see edit, delete only specific Google Drive. Not sure why the sheet is not there, but basically it sort of shows associate your personal info on Google, see your info profile picture, see your primary. Yeah, I guess there's no interface to show that. Yeah, so this is Google Associate. So this is what I can gather, and then here I think it also goes, yeah, the Strongineering's privacy policy, right? So then make sure you trust Strongineering. So I guess this is somewhat related to user consent, right? Because if they read, they would be able to see that I comply to Google's API usage and blah 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 blah, right? So they have very explicit sections there, and 4 services are also here because I just made some authentication, and then I will continue, right? So then it will sometimes it will have to work twice. I don't know why, but basically it will work. I'll be able to log in, right? So I will be able to log in anyway, right? Sometimes I think because it's a simulator thing that does, but normally in the real device, right, it will always show up in proper, right? Here you also have, by continuing, you agree to strong unit privacy policy, right? So which you can see as well, right? So I believe there are multiple steps that sort of get the consent for privacy policy, right? Yeah, I mean that's that's pretty much all I have, and So this is just a test account, as I mentioned, right? My plan is to test this, get my domain verified, my app verified, and then replicate the code onto my main one, right? I'm hoping all my I'm not going to ask for any more data, right? Because that's all I need. And I believe if I ask for anything else, I probably have to go through the process again, right? So I hope all this should hopefully address all the issues, right? But I hope you also understand that there are limitations like how the UIs are dictated by OpenAI in the ChatGPT. This is not my app. This is their website, and this GPT is part of their GPT store.